What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Life with Andy Mother. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Andy Mother, aka Mama Fabian, and I'd like to welcome you to the Life with Andy Mother family. Woo! If you're new to this channel, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and join the gang. Guys, it's been so long since I did what is it called, a sit down video, and I feel so happy sitting here, being here. It feels amazing. So we're going to be doing more sit down videos because these are my thing. If you know, or if you've been subscribed for a while, you know very well that I can tell stories for days and you will enjoy those stories. So today we're going to be talking about things that flight attendants, and I'm speaking for myself, but I'm sure some of the flight attendants or cabin crews can relate to what I'm about to say or the things that I'm going to say. So let's get on into the video. So in our job, there's a lot of things that we do. There's some of the things that we wish that passengers knew, passengers being you or passengers being me. For example, like when I started the job, I was a passenger. Like I didn't have any experience being a crew and all that stuff. So some of the things that we wish that passengers knew is, one, we do not cook the food that you eat on board. Sawa. So when you miss a meal and then you tell me at wendo uko nyuma, you call it the kitchen, as we call it the galley, because that's what it's supposed to be called, and then you tell me to go back to the kitchen and get you more food. I mean, where the hell am I supposed to get this food? First of all, let me tell you guys the process of how the food comes on board. There is this company called NAS, and NAS is the one that delivers all the food from Nairobi to any other station, any other destination that you fly to. And each destination has different types of food that has been recommended for the people in that flight, because a survey has been done and it's been seen, okay, they like this food, they like this, they don't like this, they want more of this, want more of this. So what happens is that food, they know the number of people on the flight and they load the food plus or minus the number of people in the flight. Most of the times it's plus. So you'll find the food that has been loaded on board is the only food we have. You understand? Shanierewa. Stay with me. So when you start telling me to go to the kitchen and get you more food, I can only get you from the options that are available. So if, let's say for example, you're serving chicken, beef and vegetarian, and the chicken option is finished and the beef option is finished and there's only vegetarian left, you ask me for an extra meal, I'll tell you there is a vegetarian left. You start asking me hakuna beef ingine, I'm telling you beef imeisha, chicken imeisha, tumebaki tu na vegetarian. Ati siwezi tafuta huko. Natafuta wapi brada, kaka, sister, natafuta wapi? There's nowhere to look for the food because the food has already been loaded. All we do as crew is put the food in the oven, or most of the times it's already loaded in the oven, especially when you're leaving from Nairobi. I turn the oven on, food becomes hot, serve you guys. That's the most I do. I don't cook on board. I don't put the food on board. There's no way I can get extra food on board. Like whatever is in the aircraft is what we have. So you either take it or you leave it. So that is all that is there. Secondly, guys, if there's a delay, if the aircraft has delayed, chances are that I also got the same message as you. And okay, the only difference is you're in the airport and you've been told the ndege has delayed, like this flight is going to be delayed by this amount of hours. So my pickup time will change according to the time that the flight has delayed. When you're told a flight has delayed and you come on board and you start getting mad at me and telling me, oh, you're the one who's delayed the flight, oh, kama si wewe tungekuwa tulishatoka nini, I'm just looking at you like how the hell am I supposed to delay a flight? I have received the news the same way you have received the news. So if the flight has delayed, the most I can do is get information. Like most of the times if the flight has delayed, because that same aircraft comes from another destination, you understand? It just doesn't go to Mombasa and come back and sit in the parking and just wait. No, it'll go to Mombasa, come back, it's already been put on another flight, it's going to Accra, comes back, go from Accra, it goes to Lagos, comes back, you know. So if one of those, in between those connections, one of those flights end up delaying, probably for operational reasons, or like a flight cannot be delayed if there's not a reason. There has to be a very valid reason as to why the flight has been delayed. Most of the time it's operational reasons, whereby the flight came late from another flight or another destination, and now because you're using the same aircraft, the connection time, the flight ends up delaying. And you know, of course, like, we're not superhumans, like we do the most we can to make the delay time kidogo, but we still cannot risk safety just so that you can reach your destination on time. No, we have to make sure that the aircraft is safe. Everyone working on that flight has to make sure that that flight is safe to leave. That's the only way that flight can leave. So if a flight is delayed, we receive the information, I give the information to you, you start getting mad at me, and I'm also receiving the information. It doesn't help. Like I said, like, I am a representative of the company that I work for, yeah, and I will do my best to explain to you why this is happening. But if you start making it personal, then it beats the purpose as to why I'm telling you all these things, you understand? And on that note, thirdly, one flight does not do one, you know, ati twende Mombasa turudi. No, this flight, one flight or one aircraft will do so many flights in the course of the day, you understand? Like, for example, coming here to Dubai, yeah, the flight came from another destination. It gets to Dubai. From Dubai, it takes the crew who are supposed to operate the next flight back to Nairobi. It gets to Nairobi, it goes to somewhere like Kisumu, comes back from Kisumu, comes from Kisumu, goes to, I don't know, Mumbai, gets to Mumbai. There's crew in Mumbai who laid over or who slept in Mumbai. They pick the people from Mumbai, bring, like, you know, like, there's no ground time really for this aircraft unless it has been set that this aircraft is going to for maintenance and all that stuff, or it's not working and all that stuff. So one aircraft does very, very many different flights, you understand? Imagine, you see us on board. Sometimes we are meeting for the first time. Can you imagine that? We are meeting for the first time. Like, I'm meeting my fellow colleagues for the first time. You don't fly with the same people every single day. What? Every day you will find a different, what is it called? You'll find different crew in every flight. So you'll see like the crew on board, and then you get on board and you see like these are people that I've never flown with before. So if you see us on board, most of the times we don't even know each other, but we're working together. We're working peacefully, harmoniously. Everybody knows their job, everybody pulls their weight. That's how we get the flight to operate properly. Like, I can tell you for a fact that the group that I joined with, I have only flown with people from that, like 1 or 2 people from that group. That even the initial group that I joined with before COVID, that I never flew there. I think I can count on this palm the number of times that I flew with people that I knew. So every single day you're flying with somebody different. You don't fly with the same person every single day. Different flight deck crew, different cabin crew, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. Imagine that. That is, I'm so sure you guys didn't know that. So yeah, we fly with different colleagues every single day. Another thing that we wish passengers knew is the fact that when we're showing you like safety demonstrations, like how to put on your life jackets, you know, the oxygen masks in case they drop, seat belt and all those things, we're not showing you because we, you know, it's procedure. We're showing you because this is what is going to save your life in case we end up, you know, being in an emergency, God forbid. What normally happens is when we are showing you these things and you don't pay attention because you think we are on board, imagine, say emergency, we will not come. And it's not that we're not coming because we don't want to come and help you. No, it's because we have to keep ourselves safe first before we attend to others. So like, let's say for example, there's a decompression. A decompression is when like the aircraft is losing air, either because a big part of the aircraft is missing or like there's leakage of air into the aircraft. So if a decompression is happening, let's say it's a let's say it's a rapid decompression and one part, like let's say a mirror, you know, like the kio itoke, how the hell do you expect me to risk my life? I am coming, windy Superman, and then I come I show you how to put on your mask before I even take care of myself. No, that's the whole reason why you're given this whole step by step. Like, this is what you're supposed to do. This is what how you fit your life vest. Don't put your life vest on while you're, like, don't inflate it while you're still in the aircraft, you know. All these things you're being told, it's for you to be able to save yourself and keep yourself safe before I am able to get to you. That is if, like, in a decompression, we've reached a safe altitude and I can be able to, like, I'm not harmed in any way, and I can be able to wake up, I check on my colleague, and then now we start checking on, like, the passengers. So when you don't pay attention to the safety demonstration, thinking that I'm going to come and help you do these things when there's an emergency, imagine you're wrong. Please, I implore you, I am begging each and every one of you, if you're watching this video, please pay attention to the safety demonstration, no matter how many times you fly, because you change, the aircraft can be changed. You can be flying an Embraer, tomorrow you're flying a Boeing 737, a Boeing 787, you know. So every time, maybe the aircraft has been changed. So just pay attention for your own good, because you never know. Nobody sees an emergency coming. Nobody sees an accident coming. That's why it's called an accident. So God forbid something like that ends up happening, you need to be able to save yourself. If chances are you can be able to, you know, ubaya flying is like, it's either you're dead or you're badly injured. Do you understand? Because it's just like the chances of you surviving are very minimal, and it's crazy to think like that, but it's the truth. So every time you're in the air, just make sure you're at peace with yourself. You're at peace with the people around you, because you never know, it could be your last flight, it could be the last time you see the people that you love. So, and it could be the day that you end up saving yourself because you paid attention. Another thing we wish passengers knew is that, imagine I am picked 3 hours, like, let's say your flight starts, the flight leaves at 8:30, that's the departure time. I am picked up 3 hours before the flight. You get it? So if the flight is leaving at 8, I am picked up at 5 a.m. If the flight is leaving at, let's say, the earliest, like 7 a.m. up, I am being picked at 4 a.m. meaning I wake up at 3:30, let's say, or 3 a.m. so that you can be able to do your makeup 3:15 up. So basically, point is, you're waking up at 3 a.m. and then I come to the aircraft to do all these things, to make sure that the flight leaves safely, to make sure that, you know, the passengers feel taken care of, and all that stuff. Alafu nakuja kukuuliza kama unataka apple juice, orange juice, unaniambia you want pineapple, and then I'm telling you again, please, there's only apple juice or orange juice, and then you start getting mad at me, and then you go off on me. My guy, nimeamka 3 a.m. 3 a.m. there, most of the times you wake up at 3 a.m. you end up going back home at like 8 p.m. you understand? Or you're doing 3 to 3, those are 12 hours. Like, point is, you're waking up way earlier, and of which passengers is still the same thing, because you come to the airport like 1 hour before or like 2 hours before, you know. So when we're picked at like 3 a.m. we come, get the aircraft ready for you guys. Make sure it's, you know, groomers have cleaned properly, enough food has been stocked, you know, we've put blankets, we've put headphones, just to make sure that when you come you feel comfortable. So if you see somebody looking like mtu amekuwa na siku mbaya, it's not because they choose to, it's because ujui mtu alilala aje, ujui mtu aliamkaje, ujui amepitia nini. Maybe somebody hasn't gotten enough sleep, of which, yeah, it's not your problem, but still, at the end of the day, we're all human beings. Another thing we'd like you guys to know is, you see those seats that are in the middle of the aircraft, which are mostly with the most legroom, actually. Let me say it like that. The seats with the most legroom, most of the time you'll hear us say, like, don't occupy the seats unless you have paid for them. If it was up to me, by the way, ningekuwa nakuachia ukae vizuri tena sana. But imagine you've paid an extra amount of money to sit on these seats, and then you see me bring somebody who's paid for a regular seat to sit next to you. How will you feel? Of course you won't feel nice. And then people expect you to upgrade them to that seat on board. I do not have the power. Once you enter the aircraft, anything that should have been done on ground and you didn't do it, there's nothing I can do about it. You understand? Like, control over whether your bags get on board or not, I have no control over that. The most I can do is just ask, like, did the bags from this connecting flight come on the aircraft? they'll tell me yes, they did. That is the same answer they gave you is the same answer that they're going to give me. I'm not going to get any special treatment just because like I'm a crew or like I work for the company. No, they will give me the same answer because that's just how it is. Like the bags, they came on board. So if you start telling me ati nikupatie do, but you tell me to give me money telling me that I upgrade you to a certain seat or I upgrade you to business class, you should have done that while you were booking your ticket, because when you book your ticket they give you an option of adding more money to join business class. You still have the option of when you come to now the ticketing counter, when you're checking in or when you're being given your boarding pass, you still have the option of also upgrading while you're there. Another thing is we wish, personally I wish, like as a first-time flyer or as somebody who is unaware of anything, ask. Don't be afraid to ask if you don't know. If you don't know how to flush the toilet, ask. If you don't know how to fasten the seatbelt, ask. But at the same time, the safety videos have been shown how to fasten your seatbelt. If you have any questions to do with flying, or you're feeling uncomfortable, or you're feeling, you know, like, wow, I just need somebody to reassure me that I'm going to leave from point A to point B safely, just ask or just talk to someone. You understand? Don't be afraid, but at the same time, let's have respect for each other. Respect in the sense that, for example, if you guys don't know, we get really minimal time to eat. For example, if you're doing like a Mombasa flight, you eat while you're standing up most of the times, because you have to eat fast because it's a quick turnaround. Quick turnaround meaning the mnafika hivi, watu wakishuka, ndege inasafishwa, especially if there's a delay, ndege inasafishwa, passengers board, you're coming back. Like that's just how it ends up happening. Like after we finish service, we've served everything, you know, we've given you guys drinks, given you guys juices, soda, water, wine, all those things that you want, and then we turn off the light. Like this is my time to make sure that I can eat something so that I can have the energy to continue with the rest of the flight. So you find somebody will come hapo nyuma, like to the galley, somebody comes there, unaanza kuchapia watu story. I'm seated with my tray, I'm just about to start eating, and then you come and tell me enjoy your meal, and I'm like thank you, and then you start having conversation. I'm like, bro, sis, give me some time to eat. That brings me to my other point. Our office is the aircraft. You see the way you go to your work, you have your desk, you have, you know, your designated space where this is where I work. It's the same thing for us. The aircraft is our office. For example, you come on board, you're starting to play loud music, you're playing like your music on loudspeaker. Don't play loud music in the aircraft, because you're disturbing other people's airtime. Like you'll feel like you go tell somebody to not play music, they're telling you who has complained. Of course people are complaining, and even if people are not complaining, you need to realize that this is a common space, this is a common shared space, and the fact that it's such a small tube for a long period of time, you need to respect yourself first. Respect yourself and just respect other people's space. That's how you end up, you know, you just stay away from stepping on people's toes. And then because it is my office, like just respect when I tell you you're not allowed to resit here. Usigombane na mimi, because I know why I'm telling you that. You understand? I'm telling you, please make sure that you flush the toilet after you leave. You leave it like that. Who are you leaving for, guys? One thing that this job has shown me is that there are people who just don't have the basic etiquette. You understand? How do you go to the toilet, use the toilet, and leave it dirty? Who are you leaving it dirty for? Another thing you guys should know is that I'm the one who will end up cleaning the toilet for you. You understand? Like you being a very, very, very sound and intelligent and well-versed human being, unless you're a frequent flyer and you don't know how this toilet is flushed, of which takes me back to my other point where I said ask if you don't know. I'm the one who cleans the toilet. I can't count the number of times I have been made to clean up after a grown-up because they didn't flush the toilet, or they flushed the toilet but they left it dirty. When you come to the aircraft, you find a clean toilet. When you leave your house, you find a clean toilet. Do you leave the toilet as dirty as you found it? As in, even it makes me sit down and like, what? Kama mtu anaweza fanyia hivi choo ya a public space, because an aircraft is a public space because you're sharing it with so many people. and somebody has the audacity to do this in a public space, how does their house look like? What do they do in their house? You understand? So just leave the place cleaner than you found it, or just as clean as you found it, because you're sharing it with other people. You understand? And then at the end of the day, I'm the one who's coming there and I'm cleaning up your shit. Cleaning up your shit. The flight is still 1 hour, bado yuko kila time nakuona tu naona tu ile shit yako, as in. And then you find these people who come to the aircraft and they're so rude. They're so rude. You come and you're so rude to me, and I'm looking at you like, I'm just meeting you here for the first time. I'm giving you, like, this is now my other point. Like, if I'm serving you something, I put it for you on the table. I give it to you on the table. And then when I'm coming to collect the empties or collect the used items, you put it on the floor and you push it. I'm telling you, can you please pass me your empty items? You point it to me on the floor. And you tell me to pick it up on the floor, or you kick it for me using your leg. In any normal situation, why would you do that to someone that you don't even know? And I gave you this food, nikakuserve vizuri, nikakuwekea kwa meza, nikakuuliza, do you want anything else? Would you like some tea? Would you like some coffee? Okay, enjoy your meal. And you're busy. After serving you with all that grace and warmness, you're pushing it for me or kicking it for me on the floor to pick up. Like I am, I don't even want to say what I was going to say. I mean, honestly, I mean, it's a long flight. We're going to be in this together until the end of the flight. The least you can do is be kind. I think, and I'm even going to finish with that. Just be kind. Be kind to crew on board, because the same way I will come with the how is it called? Same way I come with the mindset that, okay, I'm going to work. I don't know any of these people. I don't know where they come from. I don't know what they've left at home. So the experience that they get with me here is going to be the experience that they hold on for their, like, they're going to remember. So they're either going to remember a bad experience, or they're going to remember this person who made their bad, already going on bad day into a good day. So that's the type of person that I want to be. That's the type of crew that I want to be. Like, you come on board, you're having a bad day, and you leave there like with a smile, because you've been done for justice. You understand? And it restores your faith in humanity. So just be kind to, and it's not even just about crew, just be kind to anyone, because you don't know what somebody is going through, you know. And even if you're going through something, do not project on other people, because nobody knows what you're going through unless you speak about it. You understand? So yeah, I think that's just one of the few things that crew, or I can call them like flight secrets or something like that. No, but yeah, those are just some of the few things that we wish as cabin crew that passengers knew. Because if you knew the things we know, or if you knew some of these things that I'm saying, then maybe you might be able to change. If you're one of the people who has done any of the things that I've mentioned in this video, or you might be able to be like, wow, reflect and be like, hey, maybe ndo nafanyanga, okay, wacha niendelee kufanya lakini ni tone down kidogo. Ama, like, you know, it's up to you to decide whether you want to continue doing it, or just, you know, decide to change and become a better person. Anyway, at the end of the day, it's up to you. This video is just for common knowledge, for you guys to have an idea of the things that we go through on board that you might not even know. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If you've ever experienced any of this and you're a cabin crew, please let's engage in the comments, or you can just give an opinion as to what you think about the things that I've spoken about in this video, and we can interact and engage. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell button so that you can receive a notification every time that I post a new video, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to live, love, be anything that you want to be. Bye guys.